Sherls here. Thank you for stopping by on my channel. Welcome or welcome back. If you are new, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach a new milestone before the end of the month. In this video, I have another project that you can make with junk envelopes, turning the junk envelopes into coin envelopes. This is an idea I got from Angela Kerr in one of her videos in the Journal Jigsaw collaboration playlist. I have the link to the playlist in the description box. You can find her video and other creative crafters inspirational videos there. Frankly, I have been debating back and forth about making this video. In the end, I decided to go ahead. Angela did not use junk envelopes, and there are some tricks and tips for making these coin envelopes using junk mail that I would like to share with you. I also tend to remember better if I record my process. Also, this will add a nice additional tutorial to my junk envelope ephemera playlist. The main character of this project is, not surprisingly, junk envelopes. It doesn't matter if you are using one with a closure flap or not. I will be using scraps from my previous projects as well as my springtime digital, and the basic crafting tools and my scoring board. First thing to be aware of when using window junk envelopes is the position and the size of the window might be different on different companies' envelopes. Some are short, some are long, some has two windows, some have a big window, some even put the window on the right side of the envelope. Regardless of the number of windows, it doesn't matter if the junk envelope still has the closure flap or not. It also doesn't matter if the pocket opening is straight or not. I will use different styles of junk envelopes and show you how we can turn these into coin envelopes. I will also be using one without a window. Also, I don't care if there is a privacy print inside the envelope. Next, we are going to fold this junk envelope in like this. If you are using a junk envelope with a window, make sure that you fold the side without the window. And where you fold this is really important. Why? It will decide what type of closure you can use for your coin envelope. These are my first two coin envelopes. When I fold the closure flap in, I didn't leave enough gap between the window and the closure flap. So I can only use one circle as my closure, and it closes like this. If I don't mind covering the window, of course, I can put another circle here and I have this style of closure. Same with this one. I didn't leave enough gap between the end of the window and the edge of my closure flap. And for this one, there's no enough gap between the closure flap and the window. But I have enough gap on the left side of the envelope, so I can use a big circle for the closure. And finally, these two, I fold the closure such that I have enough gap between the window and the closure flap's edge. So I can have one circle here and another here, and I have this style of closure for the coin envelopes. Same with this one. I have enough gap on this side for another circle and another circle, and I have this style of coin envelope closure. So that's why it's really important where you fold your closure flap. You don't have to use a scoring board for this, but for the life of me, I cannot make a straight line without a scoring board. So I'm going to fold this in such that I have enough gap between the window and the closure flap to put another circle. So it's maybe around something like this. So I will score at 2 inches on this side, and I will make another scoring mark like 1 inch away, and this scoring mark will be my opening for the coin envelopes. So if you don't use a scoring board, just use your ruler to measure in for the opening of the coin envelopes. And this one, I do not care about this protrude area. I'm going to cover it so my window will be like something like this. So I'm going to fold it in like this. Oh, 2 inches again. That's easy. And let's make the opening a little bit. Let's see. So I have this 1 inch gap within the closure, and this is the opening for my coin envelopes. So fold in the 4 inches. Let's try making it a little bit wider. So like this. This one. It doesn't matter which side I'm going to fold. I kind of like this stem actually, but that's okay. So let's, and it, because there is no window, it doesn't matter where I'm going to fold it. I can make it even shorter like this. I can even make it like tall, but just for the fun of it, let's just make it like, yeah, that's will be cute. Maybe, I'm not sure. Just like this. This one, I already scored it actually, like this. So it'll be like this. And there's not enough gap, but I've planned for this, and I already scored this one as well, and it will be like this. Using my scissors, I'm going to cut only one side of the junk envelopes on the 2 scoring marks. I'm going to cut it like this. And then I'm going to trim this side off. Like this. Now I'm going to repeat with this one. Cut the same way for the junk envelopes without window. For the junk envelope with the closure flap still intact, this is the way I am going to cut it. And before I trim off this side, I'm going to glue this closure flap on this side. Now that that's glued, I can trim this off like this, and this side as well. These are the current state of my junk envelopes. This is the one without window. These are the ones with window, and this is the only one with opening on the right side, and this is the only one with the closure flap still intact. Depending on time, I might not finish all of this on camera. I don't want this tutorial to get too long. So let's start with these 2. It's easier to work from the inside out. So I'm taking the page from the Springtime Digital, and I'm going to align it such that the corner of the page is bumping against the corner of the junk envelope, like this. I'm taking my pencil to mark it, something like this, and or actually I can just cut all the way out because I can still use it later. Of course, we don't need the whole length. It is exceeding the envelope. I can fold it to cover the other side. Let's see how does it look. Really, it looks pretty neat and doesn't look like it's upside down, so I will keep it. So now, just going to glue this into the inside of this envelope, and before that, I'm going to adhere this side to the bottom. because I am covering where the fold line is, I'm using my bone folder to help me shape the fold so that it doesn't look ugly. It started to form this ugliness here. Let's see if I can somehow hide it. So I'm going to just pressing it while folding the closure. And let's see now. It's not bad. This part, it looks a little bit ugly in my opinion, but it's okay. It's a handmade, so you cannot expect perfection. Nice. Now the inside is covered, it looks pretty, and now we can work on the back, and then we need to close this opening here. And I'm going to use this book page here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this book page in like this, such that the excess of the book page is covering just enough before the window. This and the other side as well. So you see here, this book page or whatever paper you use, when you fold it around the corner like this, it will close the opening gap here. So when your opening of the junk envelope is on the right side, like this one here, and you glue the whatever paper you use to cover the back like this, it will close the opening. So it's that simple. But for this one here, this is my focus now. And I like to use the book page as well to cover the bottom side here. Something like this is okay. Maybe a little bit more. Let's see. Because I also have this fold here that I have to pay attention of, and I know that I do not want to have the edge of whatever paper I use is a little bit after the fold. It will look ugly, maybe before. So you want to have a good access after or before the fold, so it will not look ugly. You don't have to do this on the bottom side, but I like to do it because in my opinion the rounded edge will look like it's a more finished project. Yeah, this top one here is just leaving a tiny bit, and I do not like that. Actually, it doesn't matter. I will show you why, because I have another idea on the top. So now I'm just going to apply adhesive on this side. And I'm going to taper this corner. So basically I'm going to wrap the front just like how I wrap a cover, like this. And for this one, I'm just going to apply adhesive on the front like this and fold it in. This book page is a little bit wider than my window opening, so I'm trimming it off. And this one, I'm just going to trim it like this. And this as well. Almost done. Now taking this scrap, and I'm going to cover first. Let's cover this part. This is too short, so This may be better. Yeah, I'll just use this one. Now we need to cover this part. Like I said, I don't care about this protrusion here, so I'm going to cover it up like this. And using my pencil to mark where I should cut it. And the other side as well. Apparently I don't have enough glue here, so I need another adhesive here to make sure that it's closed properly. It looks really nice already. And let's see if I want to cover this side, which I think I do. Now what's left is the closure. For this one, I can use 2 circles, but I decided I want to use this gnome as my closure, like this. I'm just going to let this dry, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Our first coin envelope from junk envelope is completed. And for this one, I already decided that I want to use it on my page like this as a belly band. So after this dry, I'm going to glue it. And somehow I missed this spot, so I have to go back and make sure that every side is properly adhered. And this is why I use a book page, because I'm not going to see it. It will be like this when it dries. Now for this one, so again I'm going to work from the inside out, and I'll be using this page from my antique handwritten music sheet. Let's see, it looks nice. I don't want to see this white side here, so I'm just going to use this. This and bump it against the corner against corner. Nice. This one is a little bit trickier because we do not have this side, but we want it to be straight. You can trace it, but since I have my ruler out, I will just use my ruler, and I can see where's the edge of the where's the corner of the other side of this envelope. So just use something like this. Oops. Actually, because I want to tear it, I can just tear it instead of tracing it. Like this. That's done. So as you can see, I'm going to adhere this one in first, and then I'm going to adhere the flap in like this. So I think I will just continue this in the faster speed, so it doesn't take a lot of time and you can still see my process, and I will stop and show you some part that I think is more interesting. Now for the front, I can keep both of the windows, but let me see. Do I want to keep both or just one? I think I will keep only this side and cover this one up. It's done. It's done. And now I can just decide what type of closure I want to use for this. Let's see if I want to use 2 circles like this, or I want to use 1 big circle. Yeah, I think I will just use 1 big circle. I will continue with the remaining junk envelopes of camera, and I will show you the final result. These are my finished junk milk coin envelopes, and this is the first one that I made on camera. I don't have big space to put more embellishment around this window, so I just put this bountiful quote on the corner, and I have this as a freebie on my coffee. And I glued this coin envelope on my springtime journal page as a belly band, so you can tuck something behind it. When you open it, there's a big pocket that you can put tag, journal cards, or whatnot. And this is the second one that I made on camera. For the closure, I use a big circle. This is also a freebie on my coffee, vintage wallpaper circles. And I use this as a tag for the closure. So it's open and closed like this. This is the one without the window. And I just put 2 circles right in the center of both sides, and it open like this, and you still have a big pocket here, but you cannot really see what's inside it. And for this one, I decided to use book page to cover it, and it looks really plain and boring. Well, because I have not embellished this, I haven't really decided the closure as well, because when I know where I'm going to use this, I might want to put something here before I put the 2 circles as a closure. And actually all these 4, I have not really embellished it, because I will embellish it in the future when I know where I'm going to use this. And this is the last one that I made. And this junk mail coin envelope, the opening was on the right side, and I close it with this digital, and I use the oval as a closure, so you can close it like this. And these are the ones that I made for the tutorial. And for these 3, I already embellished it. This is the freebie from my coffee as well, the floral bouquet or something, I forget. And this is from Rachel and Bella's Truly Blue Kit, and this is the Garden Story digital. I will put the link to all of the digitals that I use here on the description box, so you can also go get it yourself, especially the freebie. Who doesn't want freebie? So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment. I'm trying to reach a new milestone before the end of the month. Happy crafting! Bye!